Hey guys, well, I don't know about you, but I am so excited for launching Orange Worship this weekend in Fresh Life Kids. And I just wanted to share a little bit of the heart behind Orange Worship um, and just some practical things to know as we move into this. So, first off, you should all already know, but Orange Worship music videos are located in the coordinator file under Orange Worship. And that's where you'll find the two albums for First Look and the two albums for 252. And within there are music videos and then also instructional videos that you can share with your team. Just make sure you don't share the coordinator files with your team. And then when you look at the curriculum information for each month, so within, like for this month, when you look at the July folder, within there under First Look and under 252, you'll see that there is a worship set list, and that just has each week some song ideas and options that really play into what the kids are learning that week to help enhance the small group time. So when you are downloading those and putting them on your USBs, I would really suggest putting everything in the order that you want to play, and the best way to do that is to just go 1 dot and then your first worship song, 2 dot next worship song, 3 intro video, 4 feature presentation, and so on and so forth. And that way it will play exactly in the order that you want it to, and you can just pause it when you need to say something as a host or whatever. So with that, we have campus leadership, hopefully at all your campuses. They're the ones who are downloading your story videos every week. And so you can either share with them the songs that you need, or you can put that part on yourself. Just connect with them and figure out what works best for you at your campus. And then the next thing I want to talk about is separating First Look and 252 for worship. So right now, every campus is a little different. And if it works for you to have it in your classroom and you have a classroom space for First Look and for 252 and that works, great, awesome, amazing. Otherwise, working out how to share the space and have First Look maybe go first and then 252 go second, or whatever that looks like for you guys. So make sure that you're ironing out those details before the weekend hits. And if you have any questions or need any help figuring that out, let me know, and I would love to try to help you find a solution. But one of the things that we really love about Orange Worship is that it does separate First Look and 252, which means that we're creating a worship experience for these kids that's age appropriate and relevant for them. So for our First Look kiddos, they're going to be learning songs that are lyrically simpler and that the moves are a little bit simpler, as we're introducing their hearts to the joys of what it looks like to worship. And for our older, more advanced kids in 252, they're going to be singing songs that are a little bit more complex, that have more complex dance moves. And you'll notice that a lot of like the dance moves and things that they're using are things that are going on culturally right now. Like you'll see a dab or two in songs. And what's awesome about that is it helps pull in our older kids who sometimes can have a too cool for school mentality when it comes to worship. So I'm really excited to see the way that us creating an intentional worship experience for these kids is going to impact them. And then the last thing that I want to go over is kind of the idea of a worship leader and a host. So for a long time, we had worship leaders, and now we're kind of introducing this idea of the host. And really, those two things are going to come together as the host. So now a host is the person who's going up, who's getting the kids excited for worship, who's introducing worship, kind of helping with those transition between songs, and then introducing the story video for that week, playing the story video, and then praying with the kids before releasing them to the small group. And that person can be a small group leader who's going to be in class that day. That can be somebody who really just wants to serve as the host and come for the first portion of the class and do everything and then leave. Or that could even be a junior helper at your campus who's responsible. So hopefully it will feel really flexible, and hopefully it'll also kind of relieve some pressure from you from having to schedule somebody to do worship leading and it'll take the pressure off of the person who's supposed to be leading worship, because now we have people on the screen who are doing the moves for us and kind of showing us the moves. And I love that because that's going to mean that we're going to be consistent at every campus with our dance moves for worship, which is amazing, and I'm so excited about that. So hosting is super flexible. The songs and dance moves, all like the lyrics and everything, are up on the screen, which I'm excited about. And the last thing I want to touch on is, just because the moves are on the screen doesn't mean that us as small group leaders shouldn't be participating. So just like the old expectation was that small group leaders did the dance moves and partook, that is still the expectation, because we want to lead these kids by example, and we want to remember that they're looking to us for what to do. So make sure that you're watching the videos, following along, doing the dance moves. And that host up front who's leading the worship experience, they don't have to stay at the front and do the dance moves and be instructing the kids on how to do that. They can always step to the side while that's happening, but still encouraging them to be following along. So yeah, I think that covers everything. Hopefully it all makes sense. I'm super excited. I'm praying grace over what this is going to mean for all of our campuses, and also just what it's going to mean for the heart of worship that we are creating in Fresh Life Kids. So yeah, all good things, all exciting. Grace, Orange Worship, and Fresh Life Kids. And have a happy day, everyone.